Steve and Jill here.
Hello.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Steven Jack Butala.
And I am Jill DeWit, broadcasting from sunny Southern California.
Today, Jill and I talk about how there's no place for emotion in your business.
It's basically saying, like, all I think of is, there's no crying in baseball.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it should go without saying, but geez, it should go without saying, but it's just not how it goes. And I wonder why. Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the LandInvestorscom online community. It's free.
Jack asks, do I have to be a member to submit deals on deal funding on the LandInvestorscom site? How does it work, and what is the criteria? Thanks. I was going to back up and give a little backstory
go ahead. That's
first.
Great.
Okay, so here's what this question is all about, in case you did not know. We have been quietly, privately working with some of our top members and helping complete some deals and doing funding and backing them up and things like that, because we always say, which is true, no good deal should ever go to waste. We have a thing in our community, it's called the deal board, and sometimes we do it, they do it with themselves. That's what's been going on. Well, there's so many deals out there, and we decided too that, we want you to be able to up your numbers and complete these bigger deals. Maybe you have 100 deals under your belt, but they've been all small deals, and you're ready to start doing some big numbers, and your bank balance is not quite where it needs to be to support that. That's okay. Jump ahead.
Or maybe you're sending out mailers. You have 15 grand in the bank,
right,
and you're sending out mailers based either consciously or subconsciously because you want to place that 15 grand and turn it into 30 or 40. And it takes a long time.
And sometimes these deals just land in your lap too. That's another one too. Maybe you were sending out deals to buy $5,000 properties, and the guy says, I got a $50,000 property. Do you want this one too?
If you knew you had access to $500,000 from a partner that you trust and understands your deal, you'd probably send out a different type of mailer.
Exactly. So that's what
probably
we created.
Cuts to the chase. So that's what this is all about.
Yeah. So on LandInvestors.com, our website, there's a thing at the top that says deal funding. You click on that, it takes you to a form that you just fill out. Give in the information. It gets right to us, and then we're taking it from there. So the question is, do you have to be a member to submit a deal? And the answer is no. And
at this moment, no.
Yeah, at this moment, no. I can handle it. We can handle them all. And it tells you, there is a question on there, though. It's going to ask you, are you a member? Yes or no. How many deals have you done? So we have an idea. Mm-hmm. And
what's the profit margin you anticipate? How long do you think it's going to take to sell it?
Exactly.
Just a lot of stuff that's generally like that. And, actually somebody asked us recently, can you just put it all out there? The deals that you're going to do, can you just tell us what they look like? And so that's actually on my list today.
Working on going to properly put out a criteria so going into it what we're looking for. For example, I don't want international deals. I want United States deals. That's one that we're not doing those at this time. I'm going to say that.
The gross profit margin on the whole thing has to be way more than $10,000.
Right. I don't want $1,000. I buy it for $1,000. I need $1,000 because it's worth. We can sell it for $2,000 because it's worth $5,000.
Yeah.
Those are too small.
And those are deals you should do yourself all day long. We cut our teeth on those deals. We've done thousands of deals like that. It's the greatest thing ever.
Right. The deals we want is we can buy it for $20,000. It's worth $70,000. So we're going to sell it for $45,000 in 30 days or less, probably 2 weeks. Really.
We both make a ton of money.
Exactly.
Those
are the and up.
It all falls under what Jill's calls add a zero. Mm-hmm. If you want to make $300,000 this year, add a zero. Yeah. And we'll help you get there.
Exactly. So I'm excited, and this is we haven't talked about it on our podcast. This is now what I'm doing.
Yeah.
We have made a transition in our company since the beginning of the year, believe it or not, about what my role, what my core focus is, because since the beginning of this year, we opened this up to everyone, and
massive submissions.
I'm blown away about the quality,
millions of dollars,
and the people, and the equity that's staring at us in the face. And so we're like, all right, we really need to focus focus our attention on this and help these people get these deals done.
Right.
So
Well said.
thank you.
Plus, we are perfectly set up to help our members, that the ones who are really finding great deals, just
Get them done.
launch their career.
Exactly. And
That's
I
really
know,
what
you know what, and I know they're going to learn so much about it, because you know what's going to happen is, I know for a lot of them, these are bigger deals. So what's going to happen is myself and my team are going to be teaching them basically the blueprint to do this and run with it.
Right.
And that's fine. That's why we're all here.
So let me show you how it works. You submit this property, you fill out the form, you submit a property, you tell us what you've negotiated the deal for and what you think you can sell it and how long you can sell it. And then we fund it for you. But let me be super clear. We don't do the deal with you. We're just the lender on it. We're just your partner. In fact, we're never going to talk. We will never speak on the phone at all. We expect you to do the deal as if you funded it yourself, all on your own. We're not going to give you advice. We're going to heavily look at how many transactions you've done. That's not to say, if it's a great deal, that's not to say, and you have like 5 deals under your belt, that's not to say we're not going to do it just because of that.
Right.
It has to be a great deal. But the
structure, the framework, we have to know that you know what you're doing.
Yeah, the less amount of, like, you have to have a website, less amount of deals. You have to be, we're going to heavily look at whether or not you're in our group too, because then we know you got educated properly and how to buy and sell it. It makes sense.
Present it.
Yeah.
And all of that.
I think that's clear enough.
I think so also.
Today's topic, there's no place in your business for emotion. This is the meat of the show. I want to go as far on this topic to say this.
Okay.
I think emotion is the single number one roadblock to getting anything done in your life.
Yep.
Think about how many times you've gotten a tip with your spouse, and if you just had no emotion at all, you just let her go off. Because that's all she wants anyway. She just wants to go off, a sounding board, be heard, say what she needs to say, and that's it. And at the end of it, and you just say, yep, you're right. And I'm sure that next time it's going to be different.
And there's nothing wrong with that. By the way, nobody's wrong.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, nobody's right or wrong.
Or like, I mean, if you're really young, do it with your parents or your sister or whatever it is. I'm not saying in marriage. Or if somebody's screaming at you because you sent them a letter and they don't like it, say, yeah, I'm really sorry. It is what it is. I sent you a letter. You don't want to do it. So that's it. I'm going to move on to the next thing now. You will trust me on this. You will burn through your career and get where you want to go versus, just look, I'm Italian. I'm Italian American. Nobody's more emotional than Italians, right? I'm
True.
telling you, after decades of experience, decades of useless, angry rants, it is totally inefficient and counterproductive. So
if someone is mad at you and you choose to let that bother you, that's kind of on you. Yep. That's how I see it too with emotion. You need to be able to, whatever is going on with them, you have to not let it affect you. If it does, that's on you. I want to circle back to you just said, it's an easy example. You send out a bunch of offers, people call back. The first wave is, you call it the hate. They're mad. How'd you get my information? How dare you? You're way off. I don't want to sell, whatever it is. But they don't say it like that. Often there's, bad words. They're mad. It's actually, for me, it's funny. Some people are like, whatever, and some people are like, oh no, I can't do this. That's where you fail. You can't say, oh no, I can't do this. I can't take any, you won't make it, like you just said, Steven, you won't make it in any business. Because there's going to be, no matter who it is, whatever you're doing. What if you're, with the very best intentions, you bought a piece of property, you're building a nonprofit business, and the inspector shows up and he's a jerk.
Yeah,
that's gonna happen. You can't get emotional about it. You have to go, that guy's a jerk. It's not gonna make me stop building my nonprofit to save all these homeless people. You're gonna do that.
Here's the thing with men. They take that. Men are not wired to take stuff laying down.
It's true.
But I'm telling you,
you guys need to act on it.
This many years of experience.
Yeah.
You're not taking it laying down. I mean, I look at it now like the whole Bruce Lee / martial arts thing. Like, you never, ever get in a fight or have any kind of confrontation with anyone unless it's just the last resort. That's so far down the line that you're backed into a corner, literally backed into a corner, and you have to do something about it. So that it's the same thing. That's how I get out of my own head, and saying, I'm not going to take that land down from this guy next to me in the car, doing all, blipping me off and all that stuff. I'm like, you know what? You know what I do now is I just laugh.
That's what I do.
Just laugh about it.
I just get out of the way. I try not to engage too. I purposely.
It's easier for women.
You think?
Yeah, women should not engage. The first thing that comes to a man's head is like, I'm going to kick this guy's butt, and I'm going to enjoy it.
Okay.
I live for that stuff. The truth is, I live for that stuff. That's the truth.
I know.
Even at my age. But you just have to let it go. It's totally inefficient.
It is. It doesn't do you no good to get all worked up and, lose an hour or a day because of what went down.
Then you have a bad memory.
Exactly.
I mean, all of it. Nothing's good comes first just laughing about it or smiling you right through it.
Need to just let it go, shake it off, go for a walk, get a cup of coffee, whatever it is, come back to it and get right back into it. That's how you win.
Especially in business. So,
that's what I was referring to.
1,000 things that go on in the course of a day that can really set you off.
It's true.
Especially, Jill and I, look at this. We produce a daily show. We probably do 15 large deals a month. We do at least 20 or 30 small ones. Managing a staff of, I don't know how many. It's at least 10 that I know of. I think there's more. And then have a social life on top of it. So there's a lot of opportunities with that many machines moving, that many parts moving in the machine, to get really emotional and to let it get the best of you. And it takes a lot of practice to do that. So wherever you are, listener, in your business life or wherever you are, start today. I'm telling you, this is like fatherly advice. Start right now practicing not letting this stuff get to you.
Yep. You'll be much happier.
Well, you've done it again. You spent another 15 minutes or so listening to the Land Academy Show. Join us next time with Finance Friday with me, Steven Butala, and Justin Sleva.
And we answer your questions posted on our online community at LandInvestorscom. It's free.
You are not alone in your real estate ambition.
You got that sentence down. There's some you still, after how many shows? What is this show? 897, I think.
897 shows we've done.
I know. And some things you can say, and some things you can't still say. No, just you trip up on the... It's all good.
She's baiting me for me to get emotional.
You know what? If you see it that way, maybe you should look in yourself about how you're interpreting that.
If you're in a relationship as a listener for more than 2 or 3 years, isn't it eerie how the person you're with can just push your buttons? And I never do it, but I know exactly.
Oh, yeah, you never do it.
There's 3 sentences I could say to you that just make you pull your hair out.
And you never do that.
At me.
What'd you say?
I never do.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what you keep thinking that. That's great. You're silly. Hey, wherever you are watching or listening, please rate us there. We are Steve and Jill.
Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.